What's happening, everybody? Today I'm gonna try a little frog fishing in some grass. It's 11:58. It's almost 12, so it's like noon. If that don't pan out, I'm gonna get out, hit some ledges, do some cranking, maybe throw a swing head jig. I'll show y'all and tell you everything that I'm using, because I'm a fisherman who likes to share what works, what doesn't work. I don't really tournament fish or anything, so it doesn't bother me to give y'all some helpful information. But we're gonna see what we can make happen. Stick around. This is a, what is this? This is a Spro, I believe. I don't remember what this color is, but there's a color I'm throwing. Let's see if we can get some of these bass out of this muck. We'll start on the outer edge, fish a frog for a little while, and if I don't get anything to bite, we'll switch it up. We'll go deep, crank some ledges. It's probably what I should be doing, but it's cloudy and I love throwing a frog. I mean, it's just so much fun. I think I'm gonna truck on up here into this thicker stuff where a frog really shines. It's a little calmer up in here, which I don't know how well y'all can see the difference on camera between this little wind ripple across the water and then you get up here and all this muck and it flattens out. That is much better for a frog, is that calm, flat water. I'll start on the outer edge over here first, where there's a little bit of wind ripple left. I don't want to get up in it just yet. Oh, there he was. Missed him. That's part of frog fishing. Let's see if we can get him to bite again. A lot of guys like to punch this stuff, is which I could do. It's just not as much fun. Man, I don't see how that fish missed that. He must have grabbed it by the skirted feet. Now, if you're unfamiliar with frog fishing, this rod that I'm using, it's a heavy, it's 7'6". It's really too long, but I haven't got me a new frog rod yet because I broke my other one. So you make do with what you got. But anyway, you just give us light little taps. I know it looks like I'm snatching that pretty hard, but I'm not. If you want to get these frogs to walk, it really just takes easy little pulls on it. You're running straight braid, and you also don't want to like reel like this. You don't just reel it as you're twerking it. My twerking frog, kind of do your reels a lot like your pops, you know, just I guess segmented maybe you'd call it. So what I mean is you don't just sit here and reel and pop it like this, because you'll never get it to act right. You got to kind of do little pauses in your reel also. You want to keep a little slack in the line, but you can't keep too much because your frog will stop acting right. I mean, this is a great frog day other than the wind. Come on, I gotta get one of these fish. That had to have been a bass. Oh, I missed him. There's another bite. 3 hits, 3 misses. Well, I had one epic day of frog fishing, and I've been addicted to it ever since. So much to the point that it's really hard for me to set this bait down in the summer, even when I'm not catching anything on it, because it's just so much daggone fun. I think we can all agree that topwater is the funnest form of fishing that there is. And if you don't frog fish, I mean, you have no idea how much fun you're missing out on, because you can't bring a buzz bait, a whopper plopper, a popper. You can't throw none of that in this stuff here. Can't do it, no way, no how. It's shallow, so as soon as one of those baits hit the water and it goes under just a little bit, it catches that stuff. Even if it's not as thick as this on the surface, but like right out there where it is just as thick under the surface. As soon as that bait goes under the water, that's all she wrote. That treble hook will hang something and it just runs the bait all the way back. I've had so much aggravation that I just give up on ever trying it. Discovered the frog, and I ain't never looked back. For a bait that weighs hardly nothing, you can cast it a mile if you got the right equipment. These Shimano SLXs, I'm kind of highly impressed with them. I mean, I've got expensive reels. I mean, I got a Metamium that this thing just about throws as good as that Metamium. And for $100, I mean, you can't beat that compared to whatever I spent on that Metamium. It was not cheap. Well, this one's got more weight to it, obviously. But if you can live with that, it'll cast just as good. And all that knocking you're hearing, that's not from the reel itself. I just got something loose on here. It may be my spool. Yeah. So it is the reel itself, but it's because I keep my spools really light. It takes some practice. I think I'm gonna have to give up on this frog, or at least move. Golly, boy, there he was. Maybe I should switch to a smaller frog. Maybe that'll help me. Hell, I give up on that one and just started reeling it back in. He hit it. I mean, he must have just been below the surface to get it like that. As soon as I think I'm gonna give up, I get a smack. I'm gonna try this a little bit longer. I don't like to wait. I mean, when they take in a frog, I hit them immediately. I've caught more fish doing that, and I've lost more fish waiting. So I really think they're just short striking the frog, or they're not getting it all. Something's going on there for sure. But I'm seeing these fish that are coming up and taking a swing at this thing, and they're plenty big to swallow this frog. I think the color may be wrong, because they want it, they're just not committing. Well, I've had some misses on the frog. It just didn't pan out, so I'm gonna move on out and try cranking some ledges, throw the swing head jig, and see if my luck will change there. They are just not committing to anything. Well, this thing tore up. Finally. It's a little dink, but it was a fish. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for me today. We had a bunch of short strikes. I don't know what was going on. I finally managed to catch a little dink here at the end of the day, but it is what it is. We'll try again, and hopefully we'll get on a bunch of them and put the hammer down. Y'all have a good one. Peace.